Home Stay Geek
Hi, this is a special interview program presented by Tokyo Tech DLab. The title is, as you see here, Stay Home, Stay Geek. In this case, geek means cool researchers of Tokyo Tech. This program is trying to unite or make Tokyo Tech community stronger by interviewing with wonderful geeks of Tokyo Tech and by asking them how they feel or how they describe this global pandemic situation caused by coronavirus. Today, I'm very excited because I have a special and the first international guest from Italy. Okay, thank you for coming, Dr. Minati. Nice to meet you this way.
My great pleasure. Thank you so much for the invitation. It's a great pleasure and a great honor.
Too.
Thank you.
So first of all, where are you be now? Where are you now? And what time is it in your local time?
So I am in a small town called Grigno in the northeast of Italy, very close to the Alps. So it's quite a rural region.
Ah, that seems beautiful. So what time is it now in your local time?
It's 8 a.m. here.
8 a.m. Good morning.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, thank you. And I heard that Italy has experienced so severe situation in this coronavirus. So how's your life in your town now?
Well, right now, the situation is improving everywhere, thankfully, though our lifestyle and our perception of the environment, I think, has changed very much in ways that are also, I guess, a little bit unusual for our culture. So I think the shock has been very strong, and we hope that now we can heal, even though it will take time.
So you have to stay home all day long. You can't go out now.
We had to. Now it is possible to go out, but with some restrictions. So it is, as of today, it is possible to go out within the same region, effectively as it were the same prefecture, because like the situation with Japan, there are big differences between regions here. But here they decided to isolate the regions.
I see.
So now this is the situation.
I see.
I'm very sorry to hear that also Japan has been impacted by this pandemic.
Yes, I can imagine. By the way, I have read this book. Do you know him?
I don't think so.
Yes, Paolo Giordano, Italian novelist. So I have read this book written by Paolo Giordano, and I was so impressed by this book. And in this book, Giordano says that the crisis which we are facing now is not the virus itself, but the limit or shortage of our imagination. Do you understand this?
That's very fascinating viewpoint. Interesting.
Yes, because we are living so complicated world. So we can imagine all the transactions which we are making now. So I think this point must have something to do with your research point, because you're a specialist of complex systems. How do you find it?
That's right. That's right. So in a sense, I think that I have several research interests, which indeed, as you correctly said, today focus on complex systems. So I'm particularly interested in brain function. I'm also interested in electronics and trying to see how there can be some, let's say, unusual connections between the two worlds. And one idea is the paradigm of complex systems. So basically the fact that our brain is not programmed, but is a system that has some emergent properties. And I've always been fascinated with complex systems, and I think that this aspect is loosely or not so loosely related to the pandemic. So with the term complex systems, we refer to natural and artificial systems.
Nature and artificial, combined.
Natural or artificial, and the idea of a complex system is something that displays what we call emergent properties. So these are behaviors that are somehow unexpected. In other words, we could not guess them just by looking at each constituent element alone. And I think a beautiful example is the flight of a flock of birds.
I see.
So when we see birds flock, they form very complicated, beautiful, regular shapes, but we would never ever be able to guess them if we look just at a single bird in isolation, even if we spend our whole life studying every detail of that bird.
They're amazing, yes.
Right. So somehow I think that this is only my personal opinion, and I really wish to say so very humbly, but I think with this pandemic, what the reference you made is very interesting and appropriate in my opinion, because there is a risk that we might focus too much on the virus itself.
I see.
So, of course, it's extremely important to study the virus, understand exactly its structure, its lineage, its properties, and how to fight it. But if you allow me some poetic license, I think that if we do so, we risk being a little bit like the proverbial drunk person during the night that is desperately searching for their keys under a street light. And then a policeman goes there and says, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Well, I'm searching for my keys." And the policeman asks, "Okay, but why are you searching for them here? Are you sure you lost them here?" And the drunk man says, "Oh, no. I didn't lose them here. I lost them in the park there, but here there is light. So I can look." So what do I mean by this? And again, it is meant as a joke, of course. I don't want to sound disrespectful, because research on the virus itself is fundamentally important. But what I want to say here is that I think that in addition, we need to look much more broadly at emergent features of the entire ecosystem of humanity. So the artificial
entire ecosystem.
Exactly. And how the two interact together. So even if we understand everything about the virus, I think we need to understand much more. We need to understand what led to the emergence of this virus, and led to the incredible spreading of this virus. So also one interesting viewpoint, if one wants to take for 1 second an evolutionary perspective, the question is, what is the purpose, the evolutionary purpose of this virus? So I guess from my viewpoint as somebody fascinated by complex systems, what I worry is that if we study too much this particular virus, we may miss the very reasons that could lead to another virus.
I see.
Anyway.
So we have to cooperate, or we have to have various different point of view to understand this complicated world or system.
Exactly, and keep an open mind. And indeed, I like to link back to the word that you used, which is a very beautiful word: imagination. Imagination and keeping an open mind is as important as understanding the detail.
I see that's important. So By the way, Tokyo Tech has many international students as well as domestic students. So could you share some idea or tips or some good books or good movies to share? Because they are now studying at home. So yes, how about this? Do you have any ideas or good books to recommend them?
I don't know if I have good ideas, but maybe I just like to share a couple of thoughts, and they are really just personal thoughts. So the first one is that I think it's normal to feel unwell, feel scared, to feel down. Let's not be afraid of that. I think we need to embrace this moment. This moment
embrace this moment. That's a beautiful place.
I think so. I think so. Because if we just want to fight this moment, we suffer even more. So let's embrace this moment for what it is. And one thing that I want to say is, even though we feel very unwell when we are cut off from the outside world, there is an incredibly rich world inside us. But our senses, our eyes, our ears point outwards. And usually outside, it's very noisy. There are many people, many things, exams, studies, missions, etc. Now everything is quiet. So it's normal to feel disoriented, to feel very scared. But I want to give a message of hope. Let's also take this as an opportunity to start searching inside. Because when we are in our flat and we can go out, maybe we are alone, well, maybe a little bit. It's an opportunity to look at another world.
Yes.
It is inside us.
Yes.
And
another world, inside us.
Maybe there are old memories, maybe there are dreams, fears, or imagining the extremely distant past or extremely distant future. Let's not be scared, because there is so much immensity in our mind, and there's no lockdown and no virus.
Yes, definitely, yes.
And if I may, the second thing that I wanted to say is, I think in this moment we all need a medicine, and this medicine is not necessarily against the virus, but maybe it's a medicine for our soul.
I see, medicine for our soul, yes.
And I think that medicine is beauty.
Yes.
Any kind of beauty, whether it's music, whether it's a movie. And sometimes beauty can be found in places we never would guess. So, for example, maybe we have a beautiful tree in front of our window, and we never look at it because we are so busy.
Yes.
And now all of a sudden there is time, and you look at this tree and you think, wow, but this is so incredibly beautiful. Let's try to draw this tree.
Yes, that's very, very important. So may I share the picture you have sent me beforehand this interview? The picture of your town. I was really impressed by that beautiful and meditating scenery.
Oh, thank you so much.
It was.
You're welcome.
Yes, this one. Can you see? So this is your town?
Yes.
What's the name of this river?
It's called Brenta.
Brenta River. Yeah, it's very beautiful. Beautiful scenery.
I'm very happy that you like it, and it's a great honor.
I really like it. I love mountains.
For me, it's also very beautiful to create links between very distant worlds. So I love my hometown. I also love very much Japan, and I feel very connected to Tokyo Tech. So it's very beautiful to connect these two different planets.
Yeah, that's beautiful. our inner world and outer worlds are connected. Microcosmos and macrocosmos relating.
Exactly.
Yes. That's a beautiful idea. So do you have any good book to read in this moment?
So when you emailed me that question, I was thinking very hardly, because who am I to judge what is a good book? But I could say there is a book that has touched me and other people very deeply, and maybe I would suggest that it's a tiny book, but an immense one, and it is this book here.
Viktor Frankl.
Viktor Frankl. The title is well, the English title is
Man's Search for Meaning.
So, and by the way, I know that there is a Japanese version also.
Yes, we have, yes.
The book was written by a Jewish and Austrian neurologist and psychiatrist, Viktor Frankl. And unfortunately, while he was drafting the core ideas of this book, he got deported to the Nazi concentration camp, Auschwitz. So he experienced possibly the worst that humanity is able to produce, but also the worst that a human being is able to experience. So surely much, much worse than what most of us are experiencing now. And what I find incredibly touching about this book is that it sends an immense message of hope. But what is the message? The message is actually incredibly simple. And it is that at heart, human life, what keeps us alive is meaning.
Meaning is hope.
Exactly, but what does it mean? Exactly, because it's a beautiful sentence, but it's also clear what it means. And what he says effectively, this is my metaphor, maybe it's incorrect, but it's like a coin. So there is our need to find a meaning in every moment on one side of the coin, and on the other side of the coin there is our ability to do so. That there is a meaning in every moment, even in the worst, most harrowing of circumstance. And so somehow there is also our responsibility to find the meaning, not to just feel bad, feel sad, and give up. Right? So it's a strong book. It's not, as you can imagine, it's not a light book, but I think it sends what ultimately is an immense relief from what we are experiencing today.
Yeah, it's very full of insights. That book has very important insights to us in this moment.
I think so.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much. My last question is about the next guest to this interview program. So could you introduce someone to invite this interview program?
Yes. So I think connecting also to the topic of the interaction between humanity and the ecosystem, I think one particularly important aspect is our ability to listen to nature, to listen. Listen in a metaphorical sense.
I see.
But also in a practical sense. But and I know that a very beautiful research is being done at Tokyo Tech on this, and I would like to propose Assistant Professor Korkut Tokgot, who is from the Research Center for Earth Inclusive Sensing.
I see.
And I think that he can probably say some quite interesting things about how our ability to listen to the voices of nature will improve in the future.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Minati Sensei. It's a really beautiful story you gave to us. Thank you so much, and take care of your family and yourself too. Goodbye.
Thank you so much. It was a great pleasure. Please also take care. I would also like to extend my warmest wishes to the entire Tokyo Tech community. Let's be strong. Let's be positive.
Yes, thank you so much from my heart. Goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.